Hey Terry, quick question for you. What's like the general rule of thumb for bathroom etiquette? Do you talk to the guy if he's coughing in a stall from the urinal?
I mean, you gotta give him some moral support. I mean, it's like Tom Arnold and Austin Powers, right?
Coughing up the lung. Let that thing breathe. Show that turd who's boss.
Show that turd who's boss. We're off the rails before we even start. Hi, Adam.
Hi, what's going on, Terry? You done laughing? All right, here we go.
This is totally not getting cut out.
Okay, I'm not gonna clap then. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Almost Side Show. This is Adam, and the laughing maniac next to me is Terry. Welcome back, Terry. How you been?
How's it going? I'm doing good. Doing good.
Good. A lot of off-camera shenanigans just went on, but whatever. We are 4 days out with Breaking Bad season 2, episode 9, conveniently called 4 days out. So
This is
I'm,
this is a
I'm
good
waiting
one.
for you to hit the Breaking
This is a
Bad
good one. Oh wait. Oh,
breakdown of Breaking Bad.
there we go.
Should have just taken over the rails, the controller there.
This is a mess. It's fine. It's fine.
Going downhill
It
quick.
matches the episode because this episode is there. There's quite the mess that they have to
Yeah,
clean
I feel
up.
like I'm dehydrated. I feel like I'm down on electrolytes in this episode here. It's a lot of stuff that does happen. We got good twists and turns. We ate some Funyuns and some hot warm soda as well.
Onions
Uh,
are awesome, yo.
they are awesome. Really hot, cold, old soda. Another good stuff. A lot of good stuff to break down in this episode. Again, this is episode 9 of the sideshow for season 2,
Maybe
rather.
blue, but it's the bomb.
It is this episode is not quite well. There was an explosion, so it is a bomb. It is the bomb.
Onions
But
aren't blue though.
it is not. So if you are listening to love to listen to our shenanigans, follow us on the podcast and also check out our YouTube channel where these videos do come out there. So where do I go next? I'm just going to transition over to Terry. Get it started, sir. Read the
Let's do
synopsis,
it.
please.
Yeah, we're all over the place today, but this is kind of awesome. All right, let's do this.
Got to go
Our
with it sometimes.
synopsis of season 2, episode 9, is entitled 4 Days Out. It's the moment of truth for Walt. How is his cancer doing? He is pessimistic, and after seeing how little money they currently have,
Yeah,
Walt takes Saul's professional advice and decides more cooking is needed. Jesse cancels his weekend plans with Jane and Georgia O'Keefe, so he and Walt can go out in the middle of nowhere to cook in their RV meth lab. May have taken some convincing, complete with lies, but they went. After a few days of cooking, they have 40 pounds of the blue stuff cooked and a potential of about $1.3 million made. They want to celebrate, but Jesse killed the battery of the RV. So, what to do? Generator? Out of gas. Siphon some gas to start it? Generator blows up. And Jesse wastes the rest of their water to put out the fire. Hand crank the generator? Not enough power. What to do? Build a battery, of course. It works! They get home. Walt can now die in peace. There's just one problem. He's now in remission.
What
Adam.
a brilliant twist. Did not see that coming at all. And now I'm like wondering, does the guy not have cancer the rest of the show? That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, do I look up a spoiler? No, we don't do that on the sideshow.
Do it.
We're
Don't
more
do it.
dignified. I want to at least have some kind of surprise while I watch a show. So,
this show is full of surprises that you have no idea.
Yes.
No idea. You don't even know what you don't know.
Or do I not know what I know?
All right, so what do you think of this episode?
Okay, well, this episode was definitely, again, I've made anything when you're kind of stranded out in the middle of nowhere and you're having like that heat stroke. You have to go down to those great, like kind of disaster type of films and where you're kind of in seclusion. Again, I think this doesn't quite do that. It doesn't go to 127 hours territory, but they're starting losing themselves in their.
You get a
their
little
mind.
127 hours vibe.
You do,
times, right?
But there is some vibes there. Just not like those little flashback sequences there. But super solid performances. Definitely on the backbones of Walt and Jesse here. You could definitely feel for some of the people. Not a whole lot of great choices for categories, but had a couple of hard ones for some certain ones of these. But we'll get into them. the overall tone and the ending again did not expect that to come, and I understand them wanting to make or Walt wanting to make a lot more blue stuff. However, I feel like his plot could have been easily foiled on a couple things. So we will definitely see if what I think could have happened or does happen in the next couple episodes. So we'll discuss all that and more shortly. So overall,
So
solid episode.
one question I had watching this, and I've never quite understood what it meant. When Walt takes the peek at his full PET CT, because you want to get the full PET CT. Some
Mhm.
places skimp and just do a regular PET, but you want the full PET CT. But he looks at the results and he gets this look on his face. And you wonder, is that a look of that doesn't look good? Or is it a look of I wish I knew what I was looking at? You never like obviously he gets this pessimistic vibe coming out of there, but it's you know I've always wondered what exactly is he thinking in that moment? Is he thinking this is bad
Mm.
news? Is he thinking I wish I knew what all that meant? Um, yeah,
So I think it has to tie into what Maria was saying in the beginning of it. Clearly, there was some kind of code where the technicians could kind of spill the beans, especially they kind of even the doctors go to the technicians sometimes for advice, stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that too. So
right,
you
yeah,
get the worst case scenarios, like, and he's like, "Oh, your doctor's going to go over those scans with you later." So basically, let the doctor give you the bad news. I think that it has to be something in his mind.
well, I mean, you have good technicians, and then you have Marie technicians that don't shut up. So, um, you've got that. There's a slight difference there.
Mhm, yeah, that is true. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good point. Yeah, Marie in this episode was kind of ridiculous,
We'll
honestly.
we'll we'll get there, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
let's get to best scene.
I like the cook montage, honestly. I think that and the reveal, like them actually celebrating, where you get like Walt like actually like celebrating and like ecstatic and totally like a Jesse in a celebration too, giving each other a high five like they just won the World Series. Uh, they just did the Meth World Series here, and then it's followed up like, yeah, Jesse kind of really messed up this whole episode. It seems like, for me anyway. I really like the cook montage, but at the same time, I believe that some of the I liked how one of my favorite scenes. I guess I will say this is that Jesse talking like you need to do some scientific shit, make a robot or something or other. You need to do this, and he comes up like we got to make a battery, and he kicks the toolbox out to him, and he's like, you know what? They all are connected by what a wire, copper. Like that whole sequence of making the battery, I think is some of the
Or
really good points of
turn
this.
the RV into something completely different, like
A
a
dune buggy.
buggy, a
Yeah,
dune buggy. Yeah.
yeah. Without a battery, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, my best scene was the making the battery. I just
Oh
love
yeah,
that moment where you can see the light bulb finally turn on for Walt. And then
he
he's
science
like
the crap
he's
out of
like
it.
yeah, and then it's like, "Oh, Jesse, he's starting to understand some things." And what would be the perfect element to conduct this charge?
I'm not gonna lie
Ah,
to you.
wire.
I honestly said
Copper.
carbon in my head. I said carbon.
No, that would not be it either.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. It's gotta be
You are classified
galvanized.
as
It's gotta be galvanized.
galvanized steel.
Yeah.
Gives me some sponges.
Yeah, that's just a great one because you start to see, a little glimmer of hope, like, excitement, and then, oh, no, he's
Oh, he's still
still
dumb.
yep, he still knows nothing. He still
Yeah.
knows nothing. Alright, Ken wins douchebag award.
Goes to Marie
Goes to
once again.
Marie. Yeah.
Yeah, once
I mean,
again.
it's really the only choice, right?
Yeah, this is borderline getting to the point where it could be the Ken wins Marie douchebag award. Yeah, Marie, man, like that whole like opening and like I could totally relate to Walt saying like, "Yeah, it's never too early to use the restroom, right?" and gets out of there quickly after Marie's just being a downer the whole time. It's like, well, if we were at this other place, you have to go and the technicians and get the full PET CT scan because that's the only scan to get, and yeah, and then Hank's just sitting there like, "Shut up, shut up, Marie."
Marie is one of those people where it's okay to not say anything.
Yeah, she doesn't like awkward silence apparently.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I think she's the
Yeah.
only answer for this
She is.
episode.
She is the only answer.
Yeah.
All right. The Pinkman Stickman Award.
Jane.
Ah.
She bought the guy the bed. You know what she wants.
She didn't buy the bed.
Oh well. Oh, yeah,
Didn't
that's
buy the
right.
bed.
She
She just opened
suggested
the
the bed.
door.
Yeah, she suggested the bed
She did suggest the bed.
and opened the door, and then she was like, "Okay, we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna do this thing. And if you go, basically, wink, wink, yes,
Some of
it's
her
gonna be
paintings look like
beneficial."
vaginas.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm obvious. I think it's that they're the only two answers, Jesse and Jane here. So
Yeah. I had Jesse down, and actually thought about like having like a Jesse conquest count started because I mean it keeps adding up. But
we
the
gotta do
other
a
thing,
kill count for Jesse now too. I
yeah,
think they
yeah,
killed the
that the
battery.
oh.
Kill the battery. We have a
So
lockdown
we
for
need a
Walt.
Jesse body count too. Um,
No, I don't know if there's a whole lot of those.
but the other one I had was Jesse's phone, because it had quite the protrusion, while he was trying to find a signal, but it wasn't very effective. Um, kind kind of kind of limp too. It didn't really hold its structure well. So I don't know if that makes it a very good stick man, but it definitely the effort was there. The effort was
one in
there.
one in five cell phones do suffer from
From
ED.
yeah, this is true. From yeah,
Wow.
erratic cellular dysfunction. Um, and ECD. It's a lesser known one. It's a little
Yeah.
further down the list, but
Mostly goes through flip phones. That's where the big sufferers are
yeah,
for flip
yeah.
phones.
I think the best one for that one is cellularalis. I think that's what the name of it is. Um, um, or
This has to be the best. This has to.
Verzyga. I was trying to go something with Verizon and Viagra. It didn't quite work, but
This has to be
yeah,
the greatest a minute of podcast history for us. This something of this has to be cut.
something, yeah. Uh,
MVP moment right here.
yeah, yes. There was something a little wrong with that phone's Motorola. Um,
He
yeah,
lost
so
his Motorola.
yeah. The battery just died. I think that's what happened. A little too much roaming. So yeah, I would say the Pink Man, kind of anti Pink Man, but at the same time, it was an impressive antenna. Uh, so there you go. I think I'm done now.
This conversation has officially become long and distinguished.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was good. I'm not even mad. I'm impressed actually.
The best new face. Hey, that's Danny Trejo award goes to
The technician maybe.
I mean, it's the technician or the bathroom stall guy.
Yeah.
Was it just me, or at first glance did you think the bathroom stall guy just happened to be Saul? Like from
Yes, I
above,
actually
he
thought it
had
was
the
actually.
hairline,
I thought it
bad
was.
comb over.
I was like, hell yeah,
Uh,
Saul. I was like, what? That's not his
mhm.
accent. That's why
Yeah,
the urinal guy is probably the best minor character because it's either you're gonna flip him or keep him that way.
yeah,
Familiar
that's
face
good.
the technician. Yeah.
My so let's get into the Gomi minor character for me was Walt's oncologist, because I mean he's got it's rare. I can imagine that the oncologist gets to deliver that kind of news, and he does it well. He downplays a little bit. He asks about the baby. And so kind of letting them into it, and the whole, good. We'd like to see 25 to 35. Yeah, you're at 80. So- oh. He did great.
And Skylar's like, "Is that good?"
Yeah.
I'm confused. And
It's
Walt's
really
like, Walt Jr.'s like, "Yeah."
good.
There's one line. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
that's good, Mom. It
Yeah,
was. He does a
ridiculous.
good job. He does a good job. All right, the cow house. Dumbest thing said. I mean, we could come up with the top 5, I think, from this episode. Um,
Funyuns are awesome, bro. Has to be mentioned.
Funyuns are awesome.
Really hot cold soda has to be up there, or not
Re-
hot, old,
Really
old.
hot, really old soda.
Yeah, you say
Wire.
which liar? Yeah, liar.
Why? No, wire.
Oh, wire. Yeah.
Why? Wow, wire.
What's it taste like? But it's like the thing when he siphons out the fuel. He's like, "What does it
Oh
taste
yeah,
like?" It's
bad, huh?
dumb. Yeah, bad. Stupid guy.
What's it taste like? Bad, huh?
He does have those fabric, like those. Like, what are you really, Jesse? That just came out of your mouth several times in this. But the
Yeah.
one line that I just think is great, that is my dumbest thing said is, "You brought a meth lab to the airport. I was saving us a trip."
Same as a trip. Like there's so
The
many
logic.
dumbfounded Walt faces in this. That's just
Yeah.
like and that's one of 'em. As it pulls up, he's just like, what? And then
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that the you brought a meth lab to the airport is probably in the running for the best, like, dumbest thing said of the season so far.
that's like
It's in the running.
that's like the Dumb and Dumber. You sold my dead bird to a blind kid. You brought a meth lab to the airport. I mean, I think they go in like a similar category of let's let's summarize this absurd moment in one statement,
Yeah,
just to really bring it home. I had a couple more things down when
let's go.
so Jesse's on the phone with Walt. Yeah, we're going to Santa Fe to go to a museum. A museum? Yeah, Georgia O'Keeffe. She's got these like vagina pictures. Um or or paintings, or maybe they're just paintings. I don't know, but yeah. It-
Let's go. I didn't know. It's not my
am
fault, man.
I
The
still
buzzer
here?
didn't buzz. Yeah, I still hear you. You're not moving much, but
Okay. Yeah, that's another. The buzzer didn't buzz. The buzzer didn't buzz. That's another great one.
mhm.
Um
Yeah, good
and
stuff.
then he's can am I still here?
Yes,
I think there's a little bit
yes.
of a
You're a
delay
little
or something.
laggy on my end, but I can still hear you.
Okay. This is just adding to the brilliance of this episode right now, is our lagginess right now, but it's all good.
We're in
So then
roaming, Terry. We're in
yeah,
roaming.
see, this is an object lesson, kids. You might not remember what roaming was. This goes to the outdated part, but roaming is
I said
when
midlife crisis for caring about it.
exactly. All right, but all right. So other dumb things said. I'm not done with this list yet because there's so many good
Keep
ones.
going. Keep
Uh,
going.
so well, he dumps the water on the generator, and it's like, sorry for thinking on my feet. Oh, that was you thinking. We have discovered the problem.
You thinking? Yes, that's
and
a
then
great,
and then he's
great.
rattling off all the things. We with you're you made poison out of beans. I mean, we could make something here, like, and he's going down his list of all the things we can make, and he's like, all right, I've got it. He's like, you got it? What are we making? You said it yourself. A robot? A battery.
A battery. You said it yourself. A battery. Yeah.
It's just so good. It's so good. It's so good. All right. Outdated besides using
Roaming.
foil as an extra antenna while the flip phone is in roaming. Um, do you have anything else?
The outdated part, no, but I do have a flaw.
Ooh, go for it.
That is the most unbusiest airport I've ever seen in my life. Like one car, really, one car. I've been to a pretty small airport, and it's a little busier than that. Like, how big? How big is that airport? We only see, of course, the front doors and some awesome like got off like a free audio like thing on the website for a plane flyover, but or soundbite. But that airport is super empty. Like, how big is that
Yeah,
airport?
you wonder if they had to like clear it out for a day to film those parts or something because this
Yeah.
was filmed on location in Albuquerque.
Mm,
So you'd think that that would be. I didn't look it up, but I mean maybe we could look up what the front of the Albuquerque airport looks like. But
hmm
I mean that part felt kind of convincing. But that is a good point. It
It
felt
just seemed
very
like
not busy.
really not busy because they only
Well, maybe
see
that
two
maybe that's the
vehicles.
point. Maybe he said he was getting on a flight and the time he gave was actually when no flights are taking off from that tiny airport. So no, there's nobody there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's logical,
It's
I guess.
possible. It's possible.
Very
The
possible.
internet wasn't very big back then. No one could like look up the flight times like they can now.
Yeah, that is true. And I also thought like, so you're telling me he's gone for 4 days, hasn't heard from Walt whatsoever. She's super picky about she'll check the phone records and everything, but doesn't call the mom or anything, or at least try to call Walt to see how he's doing.
No, remember there was a line about this.
Oh,
And this was
yes, I
actually
don't want to call for the mom because I don't want
yeah,
to speak to
yeah,
her
it's
type of
like
thing.
you
But
can
he has a
cuz
cell phone, like you can call him directly, right?
true.
Why wouldn't he want to say, "Hey, oh, you're with your mom? Call me back. I don't want to talk to her. Talk to her.
Yeah.
Call me
I
back,
mean that's fair. But you kind of get the idea of I'm going to leave you alone for fear of potentially having to talk to your mother.
or be out of the will."
Right? Right.
It's not a bad thing now, but still
All
makes
right. Well, that
sense.
I think that perfectly transitioned us into the midlife crisis moment because I've got 3 written down and one of them was pulling the in-law trump card. And he knew like that if I want to be left alone for 4 days, the one way I do that, I mean, he already used the Navajo sweat lodge, so he couldn't use that again. But the other way to do it is to say I'm going to visit my mother because you can tell Skylar wants nothing to do with that. So
It's a
yeah,
good one. Good shout.
it's there's something to it. He pulled the right card at the right time.
He did. He did. I had worried about roaming because it's definitely always the dad. Hey, make sure you keep the electricity. Turn the lights off when you leave the room. You can't be using the phone because roaming costs extra money. Like they're super. Obviously, they're already tight with their finances anyway. But it's also like I'm not gonna piss off my wife for being in roaming right now because obviously does the books. So it's like he's already smart. He's not gonna piss off his wife any more than she already is pissed off. They're just putting on a good facade there. But yeah, worry about the roaming charges. And Jesse's still young and dumb. He don't know about them charges. He probably has a pay-as-you-go phone, so it doesn't really matter because a lot of those flip phones are. But I guess back when this show came out, probably not. But yeah, that he doesn't care about roaming. Walt does. They're watching their money, even though they just made a 600,000.
Okay.
All
Oh
right.
boy,
So
we
what I
might
was
need to
saying,
cut this out.
I unplugged my hookup with my foot when I moved it by
The,
mistake.
This is going downhill quick.
This is like the best episode we've ever had of this. This episode, like I said at the beginning, this episode is a mess, just like
Today's
their
episode of a podcast.
just like today's episode. It's a mess. It was a mess, but it's a brilliant episode. All
It's a
right.
beautiful. It's a
So
beautiful disaster.
yeah, you're wrapping up talking about how you're concerned about antiquated technology, and then you kicked your microphone and camera and disconnected it all. And
It's another one of those awesome demonstrations of my visual gags on an audio medium. So
we're demonstrating what roaming is. We're doing visual gags. We're referencing comedies from 30 years ago. I mean, this is good stuff. This is where is it? Hold on.
This is Radio Gold.
Radio Gold.
This is Radio Gold. This is Radio Gold. All right. So I've got a couple more here. Did you have any other midlife crises?
No.
Okay. I've got a couple more. I totally am with Walt in that I can no longer handle a diet of junk food. I can't, like, looking at the Funyuns and being like, there's no protein, nothing,
No
nothing
green?
nothing green, really? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's a really great point. I even talked to my wife a couple days ago, and she's at home now, so she's I was like, honey, I love the snacks you get me from the Costco, so they're very bountiful and plentiful. There's a great bounty and plentiful. There's a lot of them. I was like, I gotta start eating better. I was like, I'm feeling it. Like, I'm getting tired. And so I got some
A little
salads.
too much of a dad bod there.
Well, maybe not that. I just feel like worn down. I was like, honey,
Mhm.
I just need to it's like a salad, some salads, and some like yogurts and berries and some more fruits and vegetables in the diet, the old diet, than just like, oh, I had a granola bar. It has granola. It's good.
Right. And a lot
However,
of chocolate and
yeah, I could kill a box of Captain Crunch though. I don't care. And that's my favorite. Mixed berries. My dad, yeah. See, that's one thing. Like, that's Captain Crunch will always have that spot. That was my dad's favorite cereal. So every year and stuff that we always have,
Yeah,
Captain Crunch. Sometimes it's peanut butter. Depending if I want like a really like tore up like the roof of my mouth, I'll go maybe peanut butter crunch. Or if I don't want to have such bad tore up mouth, we're gonna go mixed berries here, or Captain Crunch berries or whatever. So yeah,
I like
Captain
that.
Crunch all the way.
That's good. That's good.
So anyway,
we all have our little things. Lucky Charms. I'll never turn down Lucky Charms.
We'll kill a box of Lucky Charms. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Great. We're going to do a power rankings of cereals later.
I think so.
Right. But midlife crisis, though, having those conversations with your parents, because they are getting older. However, this was the opposite. It's like, hey, I might be out of here. Make sure we're talking about wills, because eventually she'll have to kick it. Make sure to leave my wife some money. Those are always conversations that would be tough to have, but at the same time, that's a midlife crisis thing generally. So,
all right, I've got one more.
Great, I love this.
Finding the random moments in life where all you can think of is quoting a movie. Walt gets the best news. He's in remission. I tried to get out, but they pulled me back in. Hank. I mean,
gotta love it.
It's but the funny thing is how true that is, that he doesn't even realize it. Like, he was ready to check out. He was ready to die in peace, and then nope, we're not letting you go yet. And
like, bazinga, gotcha.
But yeah, just all you can think of is a movie quote. I mean, I have a T-shirt that says "I speak fluent movie quotes," and that moment is a living proof of those things. So,
yeah, good call. Absolutely, got to do that.
Yeah. All right, LVP.
I'm gonna go with Jesse here. Jesse is the LVP. Sadly, he gives horrible directions to Pete. Pete.
My LVP is Skinny Pete, because I mean, because Jesse did, but because horrible directions, sure, but Walt was listening in and was okaying everything that he was saying, and then
what river?
It's like, what? Wait, what river? And then the phone dies. Yeah. So
Yeah, but
mine's Skinny Pete, but Jesse
yeah,
definitely has a much longer list.
directions. He when they're siphoning the gas, he pays attention to Walt and spills the gasoline, which blows up the generator. Dumps the water on the generator, which if you could use the fire extinguisher, you probably have that battery saved a little bit longer, even maybe.
And they have water.
And they have water, and they brought an RV, or, an RV, a meth lab to the airport. It's another one. It's a lot. He definitely felt off in this episode because he
There is
just
a
really
lot.
wanted some
It was
tail and go to Santa Fe.
yeah, it was a comedy of errors for Jesse.
Yeah. And he also
However,
suggested that they just go to the movies and something else.
putt.
And putt putt. It'd be dope, yo, or whatever.
I mean, I understand that too. Movies and putt putt always is good.
Yeah.
However, he also had me craving a grand slam from Denny's. So he's got a point
Midlife
there.
crisis is the grand
Midlife
slam.
crisis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And not being able to sleep on a cot anymore. That's
My
another
back.
midlife crisis moment.
There's a lot of that in this episode.
All right, MVP time. My MVP. Yeah, science. That's my MVP because he makes a battery. He makes a
Yeah.
battery.
Without a potato,
what?
mind you. This isn't the Martian here.
Yeah,
He science the shit out of that RV to make a battery. Hey, movie quotes. There we go. My MVP is Walt's doctor. You mentioned him before. However, he pointed out the complete obvious thing. When's that baby ever going to come out? I love that. When's that baby ever going to come out? That's the thing. Even my wife, she watched it again with me. She's like, she's still pregnant? I was like, yeah, she's still pregnant. Same thing. She's like, I feel like she's been pregnant for like 10 months.
She's been pregnant for a while. She has.
Yeah.
All right. So now what?
I'm at a loss on this one. Well, does Skylar and check the phone bills? Is he keeping more to figure out if she's keeping more secrets? That could go down that possibility if they want to go with
Maybe a future confrontation between Skylar and Skinny Pete, similar to Jesse from the first season.
I know my husband called you, yo.
I mean, just chill, lady.
No, yo, bro.
I got like mad respect.
I just want more. I want more Saul in this. I want more. Like he's like, it's not a lot to launder, but yeah.
Congratulations, you've left your family a used Subaru.
That's one of the best thing that was said. The best line of dialogue. I use Subaru.
I guess we're just gonna have to cook more. Yes, that is my professional legal advice.
He's so good. He is so good. But anyway, yeah. So I want more of him. Obviously there's going to be probably a selling montage, or they need to hire some more people to make that much money. More Badger, more Combo, more Pete, and also, what's Walt Jr. doing? Or he's hardly been in this.
You mean Flynn?
Flynn, yeah. See, I forgot what his name was called too, honestly. But yeah, it'd be see what he's doing. You know, has he got his license yet? Who knows? We probably don't know. Flynn probably does, but not Walt Jr.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think we're going to need a new threat. We're going to need somebody that he's going to go up against. So I think eventually somebody will be introduced that maybe at the season finale. That could be interesting. That say, hey, this is the next challenge mark, the next person or who done it type of thing. Because we're still left open with Danny Trejo's killer, like the cartel. Yeah, we're still I'm so sure that wasn't just introduced for Hank to have one freak out episode and then be completely off of that. So there's got to be something coming up here too. So, yeah.
All good thoughts. I like that. I like where your brain's at.
But I like also how I have no idea really what's going on at this next point, because it's like I had to come to the realization that he don't have cancer, yo. No more cancer. 80%. Is that good?
Yeah.
It is. It's excellent.
Yeah, like that's about as close to cured as you get. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
you're at a B. You're at B plus. No, or not B plus, but you're at a B.
Yeah. So that totally adds a wrinkle into this whole thing.
I'm
And
completely at a
where
loss. I
does it
don't know.
go from there? And we got 4 episodes left in this season.
Wow,
There's a lot that needs to happen in those 4 episodes. Like, there's these 4 episodes are gonna have a ton, right?
gonna have to.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to.
Hmm.
And well, we haven't seen anything for a while, but we still have to pay off those random 30-second openings to some of the episodes in this season too,
Yeah,
right?
when are they gonna go to like Coney Island and get that fluff, win a prize, of a stuffed animal? What was it, like a dog or a bear? He's missing an eyeball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pink Bear
I'm
missing
s-
an eyeball.
yeah. The pink. Wait. A pink bear. Is it Jesse's bear? Because he's pink man. Oh my god, this is a revel. No, I don't know.
Oh, I can't wait
Yeah,
to find out what happens.
pink bear. Where the hell's that going
I
on?
I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, wrap us up.
All right, everybody. Well, that was a very technically flawed episode, but one of our better
It
episodes.
was
So what does that tell
perfect.
you?
It was
It was,
perfect. That's what it
yeah,
was.
as Homelander once said, perfect. Everything to the minute details. It was perfect.
I
You don't
love
get that
silly. I
reference,
love
but
stupid.
And that it describes this episode.
thank you, Zach. Close it out, Terry. Breakdown of Breaking
Uh,
Bad.
Sit and spin.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a reference to The Boys, one of the best superhero shows ever. And the best show about cooking meth is Breaking Bad. So subscribe. I don't know. That's all I had.
I mean, I guess
Cool, bro.
I guess that worked. Oh, there's something I was gonna hit here. Where is it? Where is it?
End it now. That's that's the ending.